We're ready to do the bicolored cast on for the Learn Something New bridged Steeks. This is the second pattern where we're working with Shetland wool, and on this project we're doing a corrugated ribbing. Now you don't have to do that, but if you want to do the bicolored cast on, then you make this corrugated ribbing, which requires you to use both colors. Now I've simplified the pattern and we're only using the two colors since we're concentrating on cutting and working steeks. But if you were adventurous, you could do the graduated color changes that would be typical in a Fair Isle type pattern. I'm going to cast on 5 steek stitches, just like I did on the other project. Typically, the 2 columns that would flank the outer sides of the steek, I would want to do in the contrast color so that I could see where the steek actually starts and begins. Because we're going to do this one, or I'm going to do this one using the checkerboard pattern for steeks, which is not the way that I really like to do it. I like to do the columns like I did on the first candle coat, but for sake of learning, we'll do it that way. But because our pattern has the very first column of stitches in the contrast color, we'll be able to see exactly where the steek begins and starts. So I'm going to only use checkerboard stitches, but if you were using a pattern that didn't do that, then you could make your own solid color column. Now again, it's very simple. I'm going to turn the work around and simply cast on the 5 stitches, and I want to get both colors to the other side, so I will start by casting on in one color and then the second color, and then go back to the first. And I'm casting on exactly the same way I did originally, by going between the stitches, wrapping the yarn as if to knit, pulling it through the stitches, giving it a little twist, and putting it back on the needle. And I've got one more to add to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 to give me the 5th one. And then what I would do is, and I'm working a magic loop, so I'm pulling this back to the end that doesn't have the knitting. And you could be doing this on double pointed needles, or 2 circulars, 3 circulars, or 3 double points, whatever it is you like to do. And then I would connect this end to the beginning and start the chart.